Hi. I couldn't pick what kind of music I wanted. Hello. Hi. Oh my goodness. Hi. I missed you people. Well, I've opened up my bedroom door. Hi. Ha 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 ha. I cleaned up my mess. You'll never know what I was doing here. You'll never know. Never, 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 never. Wah, wah, wah. We missed you dudes. Ah! I missed you too. I missed you too. I missed you people. I could fight a little bit, but my brain was so mean to me. My brain was so mean to me the last fucking 4 or 5 days. I don't know how much time has passed. So much time has passed. I haven't felt like a person. I still don't feel like a person. But 100 milligrams of THC made a difference. Go figure. Poor Hemi. Yeah, past Hemi. Past Hemi, real suffering. You wanna know what's real funny? So, like, usually, like, it takes about, like, an hour for edibles to kick in. And then, like, about, like, 2 hours ago, I was like, these edibles ain't shit. They're still really ain't shit. But I am happy to see you guys. This definitely, it's not definitely as much as I thought it would be. But it did give me a boost of serotonin, which I was probably desperately in need of. I also went on a walk today. I went on another walk today. I went on 2 total walks. I've gone on a lot of walks. Sometimes when I do these things, I'm like, I'm a skinwalker. No one will recognize me when I return. Only to go back exactly to the person that I was. You know, I might be wearing new pajamas, but I'm the same old bitch. I made a mess in my head. Yeah. Congrats on the walkies. Thank you. I like how you just skipped over the substance abuse. JK, 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 JK. It's not what that is. That's not what that is. It's called tolerance. That was the police. Buzz, buzz. It is the police. No, that was, what was that actually? Oh, that was my own Discord bot telling people that I'm alive and I exist. That motherfucker is late as hell. What is he doing? He's sleeping on the job. Damn. PJ is cute. I know, right? You never guess where I got them, except I already told someone. I got them at Walmart. Don't sleep on Walmart. Alright? Don't sleep on fucking Walmart. Walmart's pretty dope. Okay? Sometimes Walmart doesn't suck dick and balls. And, you know, like, cottagecore season and winter time is when also anime t-shirts. I'm kind of sad I didn't pick it up. It's because I didn't have enough money. But there was an Inuyasha graphic t-shirt today, and I just stopped and I went, "Mother, wait!" And she went, "What?" And I went, "25-year-old anime t-shirt?" And she went, "I can understand the intrigue." And I was like, "Yeah, I know, right?" And then I kept walking. I got new underwear, and don't get excited. They're boring as hell. I just needed new ones because I keep losing mine. I don't know how. As long as you don't end up on that one Walmart website, like people of Walmart, I don't think I've arrived and behaved at Walmart strange enough to warrant that kind of documentation. No, I don't believe so. If I slept on Walmart, I get my shit stolen. Yeah, that is also true. Ah, my eyeball is so itchy. Yeah. I'm new here to your channel. This is my first time to be here. I'm sorry. How is it doing? Wait. How's it going? How are you doing? Uh-huh. Hi, I miss you too. You're that fucking paperclip thing. Fuck you. Shala! I'm gonna whip your... So many words. I'm gonna whip your credit card up, okay? Let me open up the fucker 1 second. Thank you! Thank you, Shala. Have you been nice? Thank you, Shala. Sorry, it's like what is like what's cuteness aggression except like it's like receivable aggression? Does it make sense? Like the instant denial of just being like, no, fuck you, don't you do that. And I'm not doing it to be like, no, stop it. I'm genuinely like, what are you fucking doing? Like that could be like, I don't know, like 30 tacos. Shirt monies. Aw, thank you. I'm gonna go back and get it. And she's gonna be upset. She's gonna be like, actually, no. Okay. Okay, so today was kind of awesome in a fucked up way. So, I started my day awful. Okay, everybody, story time. Do you guys, I'm gonna do something special for you. Okay. I'm gonna give you ASMR story time. It just happens. It's gonna be ASMR by definition because there's nothing else except for me. But I guess I'm not whispering, so it's not ASMR. Discord call! Story time. Anyway, so story time with no background music. No, I'm not even that high. It's not even that crazy. I'm just a little, like, I'm higher than usual. Because, like, I can actually, like, feel something. So that's definitely there. I did just swallow on command. So. Anyways. Story time. Shh. Get your snacks or cum or whatever the fuck you're doing. Shut up. Stop what you're doing. Listen. Today was awful. But today started 3 days ago. That's important about this story. And the reason that today started 3 days ago is that without my permission, my mother made a dentist appointment. Yeah. No. Oh, God. Shush! What? Oh, no, wait. No, that's a notification. Wait, no, that's Discord again. Thank you again, Shala, by the way. Thank you. Also, oh, wait, no, that's something else. I gotta mute that. Fuck. Why have you guys ever try to be, like, active and nice to people and so you don't mute their Discord and then, like, about a week later you're like, sorry, I'm muting your Discord. At least I do only mentions, okay? Anyways. Story time! Continuing. Wait. So. My mother, without my consent, made a dentist appointment. Gasp. I know. Awful. Some of you were like, the dentist isn't that bad. For me, I really don't like the dentist. For me, she made a dentist appointment for me, bro. And so, look. Actually, I lied. This story doesn't start... Today didn't start 3 days ago. It started 5 days ago. It started 4 days ago? It started some time ago. It started at the beginning of the week. I'm not doing so good, am I? No, I'm doing great. Anyways. So. Distraction! Thank you for being a member! So. It started a while ago. My brain really hurt, and it was being really mean to me, and that wasn't very nice of it. And basically, I rolled myself out of bed, and I was finally in a bath, like getting the sweat and depression off of me. And she walks in, la-di-doo-di-da, and she goes, hey, don't be mad at me. And don't you love it when a story starts like that? You're just like, don't be mad at me. And you're like, don't be mad at you. Okay. I'm already preemptive a little bit pissed off. You know? I'm like, what did you do? Why did you do it? Why am I totally chill right now? Right? In the middle of my own personal mental breakdown, by the way, that I wasn't filling her in on, granted, because, you know, it's my own mental breakdown and I don't want to drag her into my shit. I'm trying to be not, you know, like a bad person and just putting my shit on people. Anyways, so I'm restraining myself. And then this bitch, lovingly, heart, love you, mother. We call ourselves bitches back and forth sometimes, okay? If you don't have a relationship like that with your mother, I'm sorry, you know, but I do. With several people in my family, actually. It just is what it is. When the power of words does not really have the same effect as actions and actually being there. Anyways, point of the matter is, I'm like, mother, what did you do? And she's like, I made a eugenist appointment. And I was like, okay, when? Right? And I'm thinking she made one like a month from now. And I'm like, I'll be okay, right? Nope. Today. And at that point, which would be 2 days from then. And I'm like, I kind of just got out of bed. And I'm in the bath. And then after the bath, I was going to go back to bed. Man. And then I was going to just kind of stay in bed. And I didn't really plan on getting up. And she was like, not even like by Thursday? And I was like, probably not. And she was like, okay. Well, I can cancel it, you know? And then she tried to be like, she was like, I do admit, okay, I shouldn't have said something, I should have asked you, but I made it because, the lady is, like, really nice and gentle, and I know you haven't been to the dentist in a while, and she, like, works with kids that have, like, ADHD and autism and other stuff, and blah, 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 and she's like, and I'm like, sitting there, like, don't be mad, you know, you've been to therapy, hold it in, don't take it out on other people. She was trying to be helpful in her own selfish way, and so I just kind of went, I need you to leave right now. And she was like, huh? And I was like, I need you to get out of my face or I'm going to lose my fucking shit. And she was like, I'm sorry. And I was like, it's okay. And she's like, do you want me to cancel it? And I was like, maybe. I don't know. How about we talk about it? And she was like, okay. And then she fucking walked her happy ass out. And I just kind of cried. And she heard me. She definitely heard me. And then eventually I got out. And I felt a little bit better after crying, admittedly. And then I looked at her. And she was like, is there anything I can do to make you feel better about having to go out, you know? She's like, I know you don't like to leave your room. And I was like, I want to go to a Japanese market, right? So, and she looked at me and she was like, that's going to be like a little far, huh? And I'm like, yeah, but you're making me go to the dentist. So, on the bright side of things, everybody, I got onigiri. And the story doesn't end there because the pain was only temporary, okay? Because this is a true tale of epic fucking action, okay? In this first act, your heart is sinking for me, alright? But the story only gets better from there. Alright, people? Heavy's Bizarre, exactly. So, I continue to suffer for like another day. On the bright side, I spent more than I should have at a manga store. But no. It was totally fucking worth it, dude. You don't even understand. Like, you ever go somewhere and you're just like, oh fuck, I shouldn't have walked in here. This was such a bad idea, you know? And you're not even like, and you're just like, and you just look at yourself and you like, and you're you're just like, look, if you walk out of here with nothing, you're gonna be more depressed. You know, like you like when you walk in to somewhere, like imagine, like, look, okay, maybe you don't have autism, maybe you don't have depression, so maybe you can't understand. So I'll explain it to you like this, because, and maybe you might say, oh, that's overreacting. Ouch. That sounds like mental illness. Yes, it fucking is. It's literally mental illness. It doesn't make sense. It's an illness. Okay? And yes, you can logic an illness, but mental illness is something illogical that we have made logic out of to try and understand. But in its essence, it is illogical. Alright? Following that thought pattern, imagine you're fucking starving. Like, you haven't had food for days. And then you walk into some place and people are like, hey, you want this apple? And you're like, what's the catch? And they're like, nothing. And you're like, are you sure? And they're like, well, I mean, I don't know, have you ever had an apple before? And imagine you're just like, no, not really. But like, I mean, like, I kind of have an idea, right? And they're like, well, you know, some people are allergic to apples. It could give you a tummy ache because you never had it before. It's kind of acidic. And you also just might not like it, you know. But it is food. It is sustenance. So, like, you can eat it. And it's free. It's organic. You know, it's a good apple. But there are, like, you know, technically bad things to it. And that's kind of how I view money with things that you enjoy when you have, like, autism. Because at the end of the day, that's your hyperfixation. And, like, it is a part of you that you, like, it is kind of like, people are like, money can't buy happiness. It really can't. It really can't. It really cannot. Unless you are literally, like, constantly being reminded of the thing that you enjoy because you spend all of your time inside. So literally being surrounded by the things that I enjoy, which happens to include, like, buying posters and figures and collectible items, etc. And things that I can engage with that happen to be my hyperfixation. Like, mine just happens to be anime, okay? If my hyperfixation was bug collecting, maybe I'd go outside more, and I'd fucking hunt for them, and my room would be filled with bug shit, alright? But I just specifically really happen to like anime, and that kind of stuff. So for me, it's like, it's an irresistible temptation. It's like, it's torture. And most of the time, I can resist it if it's, like, unreasonable. However, if you place me in a situation where it's, like, reasonable, like, they're like, yeah, an onigiri is like $2. I'm like, yeah, no, I'll take that. Like, yeah, no, I'm gonna buy that, you know? And then I'm gonna buy some more. That's exactly how they get you, exactly. And then they were so nice to me, and then they had Shonen Jump, and then suddenly I spent, like, $50+. But the point is I had an amazing time, and it was fun, and I really want to go back there because I go to a lot of different places that have a lot of different figures, and so I know the figure rotation. This sounds so fucking nerdy right now.
I go to so many of the shops in this area that I know the figure rotation around here, and when I went to this shop, their figure rotation was different from the other ones. So that's how I know that the quality of these goods and the staff at this establishment is of much higher caliber than the others.
Anyways. I have standards. I'm a collector. I am a connoisseur. Buzz, what? Who wants me that bad? Nobody. It's fucking DoorDash! I don't want to talk to you anymore. DoorDash, not you guys. Anyways, so what's the fucking rest of the story? Right! The rest of the story is that. What is the rest of the story? Where was I? I think I kind of went on a tangent there, huh? Yeah, no, definitely. But, like, where did I go? Right, no. Okay, so the dentist. Yeah, right, figure rotations, but that's besides the point. So anyways, yeah, right, so that, I got to go there. I didn't get any figures, unfortunately, but I did get some Japanese food and snacks and Shonen Jump that has stickers from the Elusive Samurai manga, and this is literally the Shonen Jump that is the one that announces that the TV production of the Elusive Samurai was going into production in 2024. It's really fucking cool, guys. Yeah, I know! Yo! No, it's I do hate DoorDash. No, you're correct. Just a little bit of ADHD, yeah. Yeah. But no, epic. Literally, like, it's literally so cool, and it's so stupid. Like, some of the stickers are just the dude's eyeballs. Like, just his eyeballs. Like, that one guy that has the really big eyeballs, but not his face with his bulging eyeballs. That is one of them. But there's a couple others that are just the eyeballs. Yep. And there is pretty cool. But when I opened it, I was like, I feel like I opened like a Hunter. What the fuck? But then I realized what it was, and I was like, oh, that's so cool. No, it's really cool. It was worth it. It was so cool. And it caught my eye, and I was like, oh, that is what I think it is it? And then I picked it up, and I was like, I'm not leaving without you. If I do that, it's a betrayal to my faith. That's how it felt. Right, I was also explaining how it's sort of like, you know, free food. Well, you know, and I also just compared it to faith. So take with that as you will. Just know that it's impossible. I can go most places and not spend money. Okay? However, take me somewhere where things are moderately affordable and I could stash it away or eat it and or otherwise experience it in some way. I'm like, you got me there. You know, if it's under $30, if it's within the $30 to $50 range, I'm fucking screwed. Basically, that's like my daily cap. That's like as much as I'll spend at a location, depending on the merchandise. Like, if it's big merchandise, 50, because, you know, bigger stuff gets a little pricey sometimes. If it's smaller stuff, 30, you know? And maybe you're like, that's not really that much. And maybe you're like, that's a lot of money. That just shows, maybe it just depends on where we're from, right? But for me, that's like a reasonable amount for me to be like, oh, I wasn't expecting to spend money today. I'll spend this much because I want to remind myself what it's like to feel alive. Anyways, so, yeah, I have issues. Right back around to that. So, point of the matter is, back to the dentist. So, I got all, out and about and went to that store, and then I came back, and then I slept for a while, and then I got up again, and then I got up today. What happened today? I got up today and I was kind of like, I have to go to the dentist. I felt so betrayed. And I contemplated what running away would be like. And and then you know, and then I got in a bath and I felt a little bit better. And then I prepared to go about my day. My mom and I decided first, before going to the dentist, we would get some lunch. Right? And we went to get some lunch, but traffic wound up being a little bit lighter than we expected. And so we got there a little bit early, and we wound up going into another store after getting some lunch. And it was a thrift store, and we got a couple of cute things, including after that thrift store going into a Walmart, which is where I got my new pajamas. But in the thrift store, I got this really cute dress that looks like a tablecloth and straight out of the 70s. I fucking love it. You might not expect that from me, given some of my, like, e-thought vibes from time to time. But I do like more traditional wear sometimes. It's either one or the other. It's like it either looks like I'm going to church or I'm going to the club. It really just depends on the mood. The duality of a woman. What was the point of that? The dentist! So, oh my god! The best part of the story. So, right as I am sitting there, and I'm just like, I have to go to the dentist, but at least I got some cool stuff today, you know, that I can wear and I can feel pretty in, and blah, 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 blah. And then, as we are checking out in the line, okay, my mom's phone rings. Okay, my mom has a ringtone that she's had for a long time that some iPhone users have that sounds like a fucking alien invasion. And it's really funny because if you've seen like some classic like alien stuff, if you're an alien person, then you know this sound. Okay, there's a fucking ringtone for that on the iPhone. Hold on, I need water. Yes, the theremin. And why does that sound like a thing in, like, your vagina? Theremin. Or, like, inside your body. Theremin. It was invented by a Russian guy. Ah, that makes sense. Theremin. Yeah, I don't know. Anyways. So, I get a call in the line, and my mom's phone goes off, and the old lady behind me laughs, and she goes, "What's happening, little green man?" And I turn around, and I'm like, yeah, no, she's had that a ringtone for a while, you know, because no stranger danger. Not with little old ladies, because that's how they get ya. Honestly, no, you could definitely, like, can you imagine how many people, this is gonna sound super bad, can you imagine how many people you could easily kidnap if you just, like, lured them away with little old ladies? Like, they just go, "Oh, Shani, I need some help. Can you help me, please?" And then you lure them away with a little old lady. And then you get them. Anyways, so I didn't get the little old lady. I left her alone. But I did then turn around to my mother and I went, "What happened? Did my dentist die?" And she looked at me with widened eyes. And for a moment, I was like, oh no, I gotta stop saying shit. Like, I've been a little too correct lately, right? And then she puts the phone down. She looks at me and she goes, "Your dentist is gonna be in an appointment for longer than usual today, so they want us to reschedule." And I was like, okay. And then I just, was like, oh my God, I got a free outing. It was like I was a dog going to the vet, but I got to get a pup cup beforehand, but then they didn't take me to the vet, they just got me a pup cup. And I'm one happy dog. Yeah! I didn't even have to have some stranger putting their fingers in my mouth. Let's fucking go. So, yeah, no, today actually was pretty good. And that's why I'm in an exceedingly good mood along with drugs. Yeah! Baby! Woo! Not that kind, not like the crazy kind, not the crazy kind, not, literally not, no, I'm just a woman, unfortunately. I know I kind of sound like a 12-year-old boy, I kind of sound like, hey, I'm Avatar Aang, but, no, actually, I'm a woman. Sighs. I am. And so, when you're a woman sometimes, for a week out of the month, I'm not going to tell you guys anything nasty, okay? I promise it's not that kind of thing. It's not that kind of thing, okay? Before that week that you're all thinking of, that you all were like, oh my God, I don't want to hear this right now. No, before that week, before all the nasty stuff, sometimes your brain throws itself in front of a train. I don't think there's any easier way to explain it. Like, sometimes your brain kind of just goes, kill yourself. And you're like, I don't want to do that. And it's like, kill other people. And you're like, I really don't want to do that. And it's like, everything, everyone, all the time. And then you're like, I need to go to bed. And then you sleep for a while. And then you wake up and then you feel a little bit better. And it actually, and some of you might be women somehow. I don't know how you're here. I didn't know you existed. I thought you were a government conspiracy. But if you are a woman in this chat and you don't go through that, congratulations, Some of us live in hell. I'm glad you're not fucking invited. But no. Genuinely, for a week, and it is an actual condition, the easiest way to sum it up is literally called being a woman. And I think, it's just the female emotions make me very not okay. And people are like, take a pill. It's not that simple. It's really not. Do this, do that. It's really not that simple. No, it's not. Not when you have other underlying conditions. Anyways, the point of the matter is, yeah. Sometimes it sucks, but I'm feeling a little bit better now. That's the moral of the story. Ow. I like to do the thing. The wobble wiener. The what? Uh-huh. I like to that thing, the wobble wine. Fucking, what the fuck are you saying, my guy? Yeah, no, I don't feel like I'm not, and I'm gonna buy, and I'm not, oh. I feel like I matter again. Thumbs up. No, it's kind of like, it's really weird. So, I can still, okay, here's a weird thing. Being kind of feels worse to me than being totally, like, awful. Does that make sense? Because, like, when I'm awful, I can make myself feel better. Like, objectively, I can just be like, I can distract myself from this awful feeling. But then when I feel, I'm just like, happiness is momentary. Like, it's so much worse somehow. Like, it's a little bit worse somehow. Sometimes, depending on the levels of despair. Sometimes it really does suck. Not gonna lie. When the emo hits you, yeah, but I'm not even like that emo. That's the problem. Cause like, okay, here's the thing. Most people's emo, I feel like, when you say emo, is like, I wish the world would end, or I want myself to be gone, or blah blah blah, like dark, conspicuous thoughts. I don't have those. That's not what happens to me. Nope. I kind of sit there and I'm like, man, why was I not smart enough to go to college? Like, not that I'm not intelligent. That's not the problem. There's different kinds of intelligences. And studying and sitting down and remembering and doing that kind of shit is not one of mine. And, you know, like, just not my forte, not my style, not my jig, not my thing. I'm a jester of sorts. I am a master of butter chocolate. And nothing more. What course did you take? Fuckology. And it's not what you're expecting. And that's the point of the course. College is overrated. I forgot how I graduated. Well, it's not the point that college is overrated, because of course college is overrated unless you're a doctor. Please go to college and don't do things without a degree. Please! But, however, like, for the most part, having a degree is gonna make getting a job easier if you live in America. It's capitalistic, and blah, blah, blah. People are superficial, and blah, 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 and blah, 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 blah. And at least it was a little bit more reliable about 30 years ago, but now, no! Right now, God, no! You know, before, maybe, okay idea, right, to be, you know, but like now, God, no. Honestly, no. I don't have a degree and I'm busing. Okay, look. Would you start a small business that's a different one than what you have? Because, like, I'm an idea guy. I'm making a semi-genuine pitch right now. Like, please remember that I'm also intoxicated. But, like, I'm also genuinely, I can do anything. Oh, I'm sorry. I was about to be like, good for you. I can do nothing except say how I think things should happen. Which I feel like is definitely from a viewpoint of someone that hasn't done much. Which is because I don't have anything. Okay? And but that's why I have a lot of ideas. Because I don't know how anything fucking works. And sometimes the idea that I have might exist already, but sometimes the idea I have doesn't exist at all. Because, or not that it doesn't exist, but it doesn't exist in that function. And when I say start a small business, I'm not saying I have a business pitch. I'm just saying, like, I could give you ideas for small businesses that you could start. And then, like, you could give me, like, an idea pitch. Cut. Like, trademark. Like, I get 1% of whatever you make every month because I gave you that super cool idea, bro. Like, but I feel like that's like a genuine whoa, that's not a real word, though. It's frindle all over again. Okay? I'm gonna use it. Fuck you. It's an onuist. I don't even know what it means. What is it even a combination of? Onuist and genuine, maybe? Onuist? I know it's honest, and I don't know. Not the point. Anyways, I got a little lost. The point is I think that my potential as a person is in a creative endeavor and where I inspire other people. Does that make sense? And, like, I don't know what kind of, like, role that is, but I feel like it's a pitch guy, you know? Where I'm just like, oh, what do you want to do? Like where someone's like, look, I work in food. And my main dish that I want to work with is pie. And I'm like, okay, I can come up with 25 ways that you can serve pie. And like, this is like cool color schemes that go good with pies. This is like cool logos that could like insert pie, you know? Like concept designer? Is that what it is? But it could encompass like a bunch of things, right? Or I could find you a guy that's really good with logos. And I'd be like, this guy makes really good logos. I don't know how to make a logo, but he might make you a really good logo for your pie stuff, you know? Does that make sense? Oh. Like, I feel like a broker? No! I don't want to give people money. I want to give people thought. Consultancy? Yeah, I suppose so. How does that work? Do you just, would it just be like, I'm a business consultant? But I feel like you need like a degree for that. I don't know if you could just be like, I got good ideas, you know, trust me, bro. It's all connections? Really? Okay. I give idea, you give me money? Like advisors, how I see them? Yeah, because I mean, like, if I could find, like, the guys that I knew that I needed, like, maybe I'm not personally skilled at managing finances, but I could find a guy that's good with finances, right, for you. I don't know. I that's gotta be, like, a thing. That's gotta be, like, a thing, where it's like, oh, I pay you to use your connections, and then obviously someone's my connection, so they get business through me. Yeah. No, that's definitely a thing. And it's got to be able to exist outside of a pyramid scheme. Hopefully. I feel like I can do it. But I don't know how to do that kind of shit because I'm kind of stupid. So I kind of need I need a guy to manage me. I need like someone to be my manager to help me be to do my stuff. Because I don't know. How am I supposed to find people that want stuff to do, you know? I guess I'd just make a post on Twitter. Again, though, I feel like maybe I need a degree. I don't know. Do I need a degree? I find stuff for you. Anything you need. Literally, you need it, I find it. I can find it for you. And I don't use ChatGPT. It is real. Hopefully. But that would require me to be good at Google, and I'm strangely not really good at Googling stuff. So maybe my whole entire business just fell down before my eyes. Oh, dang it. Nepotism is some dumb hacks. I have, like, barely any nepotism, and the nepotism I have doesn't like me. Maybe again in my next life. Some people are trip planners. Ooh, that's kind of cool. Trivago. I don't know. Like, I like the wardrobe people that are like personal shoppers. Those are cool. Like, they pick out their outfits. I feel like I'm good at that. And I feel like I'm also good at room design. Like, put me in The Sims, okay? Put me in The Sims. Please tell me how to hack it so I can have like $1 bajillion so I don't have to actually do things. I don't want to work in The Sims. I don't want to work in The Sims. I don't want to work in real life. And some people are like, oh, you shouldn't say that. But you want to know what? My algorithm knows me because it's an algorithm. So I've been getting a lot of TikToks lately. And the TikToks lately have been telling me things. And they kind of sound like they're my schizo demons now. But the TikToks have been telling me that there's a lot of people out there that feel the same as me, which is the truth about that capitalism is not normal. And I'm not going to make this super political. What I'm just trying to say is that a lot of people really just want to live in a world where there's not, like, money and going to work for 40 hours a week and, like, having to do the things that they don't really enjoy in life. And not like, oh, you have to, like, clean your bathroom, you don't enjoy it too fucking bad. Like, no, not like that. I mean, like, being able to, like, just, like, you know, live and exist through your days and live in community. Like, not live like Amish people, but live like a person, you know? Not like a fucking work slave. I'm just saying. Like, I feel like I'm gonna get a little really philosophical for a minute, and if I start crying, I heavily apologize. But, like, I feel like human beings weren't fucking made to do what a lot of them are doing right now. And, like, not that human beings weren't made to work. We were made to work towards our aspirations. Because if human beings weren't made to work, then we would all be lazy sons of bitches. And obviously we're not, because there's been human innovation for hundreds of thousands of years. However, yeah, no. 9 to 5 for life, literally for a lot of people, like, literally for me, if I had been going from when I actually started working, from 16 until, like, fucking 60. That's insane. Like, I'm sorry. That's insane. And if that's okay to anyone, like, I'm not saying, like, oh, you don't want to work a day in your life. I'm not saying, like, I don't want to have to, like, take care of things. I don't want to have to, like, clean my house. I want to have a maid. I want everything done for me. No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying, like, I have a fucking bakery. Okay, like, okay, I always go back to baking bread. But it's because I can. I know how to bake bread. And I feel like if I lived in, like, a place, like, people would be like, what can you do that can contribute to the people? And I'd be like, I can bake you bread. That's not the point. So anyways, like, you know, I can make bread for people. And I would do that all day. That would be work. And you cannot tell me that the people that work in bakeries aren't working. Okay, but the thing is instead of being paid with some fucking paper or whatever, or even gold, like, I'd be like, hey, I want eggs. You know, you come in, you give me eggs for the bread. Or, like, egg coupon. Whatever the fuck. Like, I can go to your egg store and turn in egg coupon. I know a baker is a job, but it's still fucking capitalism. Alright? Because all the ingredients that you buy are basically, at least in America, literally lobbied and bought up and used by corporate fucking greed and bastards and... Yeah, no, it's basically, the American dream is dead. Time to wake up. Not the point, not to get depressing or anything. Anyways, so the point of the matter is like, you know, people weren't really meant to do that all the time. Like, some people, yeah, they can work really hard and they can do a lot of, like, really cool, amazing things because there's been, merchants forever. You know, there's been capitalistic type of stuff. There's been bartering and trading in goods and money for as long as things have existed, of course. But, like, on this grand of a scale where people just can't really exist anymore without adhering to these systems, it's like most people, at least, I don't know if it's most people, at least feels like in America. Look, you have to realize that, like, I am unfortunately trapped in my little bubble because I have no like other sense of what else to do or go. So that's just how it kind of feels, and a lot of people feel like that. And I don't feel like it's gonna be this way forever. I'm not a doom and gloomer where I'm like, the world's over, everyone's gonna die, I'm gonna die, we're all gonna die tomorrow, woohoo! Like, I'm not thinking that. I'm just thinking, like, what do I do with my life? This is getting really serious really fast. And I'm not supposed to be like that because I'm a cute little anime girl. Sorry. But some of you guys like this, I guess. As long as it's not getting, like, too crazy, like, I don't know, like, kind of thing. I'm not a crazy person like that. I just think about these kind of things because, like, I exist, you know? Like, I'm not an NPC that's, like, getting my Starbies and drinking my pumpkin spice latte. I don't have enough money for a fucking $13 latte. Shove it up your ass. Like, I don't believe in some fucking fuck-ass world where we're all naked and fuck each other every day. Like, I'm not some super, like, you know, like, open, crazy motherfucker. I still think there should be laws. I like guns. Like, I think things could be better. And I think, like, what that hinges on is education and good food and not fucking having a 9 to 5 where people just feel drained all the time. And if you think that you are depressed and you take meds all the time and you're like, damn, I'm still depressed, it isn't you, okay? Because, look, I talked to the woman that gives me my medication, and I was like, look, I need you to be honest with me. And she was like, yeah. And I'm like, I know you're a pill pusher. And she's like, I don't know where this is going. I don't like where this is going. And I'm like, don't worry, I'm not here to chastise you. And I didn't mean to be so forward. Basically, what I mean to say is, I know that, like, you're here to give me medicine and everything. However, and you're, like, here to talk to me and all that kind of stuff. But, like, I don't think that the overwhelming, just kind of depression of the modern world that a lot of people experience right now is something that can, like, be therapized away from. That can just be, like, medicated away from. I think it's like an air. Not like, I don't know. I feel like it's getting, like, too crazy now. I feel like I'm getting too dark. Not too dark, too depressing. I don't know. I don't want to ruin your day. But, like, I don't know. Well, I did just tell you guys that my week was fucking ass. So, yeah, it's like it is in the atmosphere. At least for me, it feels like. Not that life is, like, awful. Just that, like, not that there's no future. Just that, like, a future that is going to be nice and easy to everyone and fair to everyone, and where there's not full of more sad things. I don't like that. I feel like we as a world and as a people should be going towards being better. Just better. Period. On all accounts. That's just my opinion. And I feel like a lot of people would rather turn and say, well, they're doing bad things, so I'm going to do bad things. And I'm like, well, that's valid. You know, not everyone can hold the same amount of peace and love and hippie shit in their heart, I guess. I'm the kind of person that I'm literally like, I have an expression that might sound a bit crazy, but I'm literally like, unless it's volatile harm to myself, like my body, my person, my mind, my spirit, you can do pretty much anything to me except run over my cat. And if you really apologize, I'll probably forgive you. And people, you might be like, doormat, and I'll be like, ding dong, walk on through. Like, no, I've been like this for a long time. I'm just that kind of person. I genuinely believe in the better of people, that a lot of people really act how they do because they think you're going to act one way. So, you shouldn't, like, jump on someone when they do something the first time. And maybe even sometimes the second time, because sometimes it's not always exactly the same exact reaction. But, like, you can't be so hard on people all the time because you don't know where they come from and you don't know what they've been through, and you don't know what kind of landmine you might have accidentally stepped on. And maybe this is just the experience that I've also had from being autistic and over-emotional and a whammon. But, like, you know, I try not to hurt people when I can. And so doing that, like, makes me feel like a dick. And I don't want to feel like that, obviously. And I feel like people that genuinely feel okay being an asshole, like, I just don't get along with them. Like, I can understand rage baiting, but it gets to a point, like, the kind of people that just, like, surround themselves with negativity where I'm just like, I don't get it. I don't get it. What do you get from that? Like, what do you genuinely get from that other than more negativity? Why does it make you feel better? When it makes me feel better, it makes me fucking feel worse. You know? And so I constantly seek to surround myself with positivity when I can, which sometimes I seek to surround myself with positivity to the point that it becomes negative. Like, most of my mentally ill tendencies are positive at first. Like, none of them are inherently self-destructive. All of my mental little thingies that I do really are destructive in excess. Like, you know, definitely. Definitely. That's my problem, is I either do something too much or too little. But no, yeah, I think life is pretty crazy, and a lot of people, back to my TikTokers, I was saying that are like my schizophrenic demons. They've been speaking to me on my algorithm. They've been showing up on my algorithm lately, where just a lot of people have been like, look, I want to live in a happy little bubble, and I want to be like, ooh, this is great. But if you live in America, it's like, I want it to be great all the time for everybody. I don't want to be worried about, like, having to think about going to places and not wanting to go there because there's, like, crazy stuff happening. Let's just put it that way. You know? Like, there's a lot of places right now where a lot of crazy stuff is happening that's, like, crazier than usual for America, alright? Like, crazier than usual. I don't really want to get into all of it, and it's not okay, you know? Buzz! Sorry, my phone. Okay. I'm gonna turn that off. Because it is really loud when there's, like, no music. I'm gonna turn the music back on. Because my story time is over. Did I finish my story time, or did I get sidetracked again? No, I did finish it. The point was that I didn't go to the dentist. And that's pretty fucking awesome. Anyways, segue! Beep, 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 beep. I don't know what my place is in the world. And I don't think that there's a lot I can do because I don't have a lot of money, I don't have a lot of influence, I don't have a lot of physical prowess, and I don't have a lot of intelligence. However, I am really fucking stupid. In the sense that I can find the current poll in the chat fucking hilarious. FIFA for FIFA. You guys, 61%. Can we make 69%, please? Please, 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 make it right. Make it 69% right now, you fucking assholes. Alright? Are you back to stream regularly? Ask the monkey in my brain. Because I have no idea. Anyways. 69% is EBA. And 62%, yeah. And then 38% is Ebo. But we need to get that 62 up to 69, alright? What was I saying? No, I'm a joker. Yep. I'm a joker, and my purpose and point is not to talk about really crazy important things. My political stance doesn't matter, because I think that at the end of the day, being nice to people shouldn't be like a political stance. I don't know if that makes sense to you. And if you think that being nice to people is a political stance, then you're in the wrong place. And that's okay. You know, I hope you have a nice day. Bye-bye. And those of you that are still here and you agree with me, then you know what I mean. You know? And so that's not my point, though. I'm not here to, like, make you think about that kind of stuff, because I think, like, when you go and you live your life, you have enough of that kind of stuff to think about. But sometimes when my brain is mean to me, I really think about that stuff. And I need to express it to you guys. I hope that's okay. Thank you for joining me today. Please do not track my cycle. That'd be fucking weird. That'd be fucking weird if I get a comment in like a month and someone's like, hey, are we gonna get another Hemi TED Talk soon? And I'm gonna be like, hey, are you tracking my cycle, bro? Are you tracking my cycle for free? Because there's no apps that do that for free. They all want a subscription. So like, if you do that, it's kind of weird, but strangely helpful. It's like Love in Deep Space, but Love in Hem Space. I give you strange permission to low-key track my psych. No! No, I do not. No, I do not. No, I do not. That's a little too weird. That's like past parasocial. Guys, is it parasocial if I just treat you like a chat AI bot? Like, I'm actually just downloading you guys. Actually, you guys, upon subscribing to me, upon typing in this chat, upon watching this video, upon setting eyes on me, you actually registered and accepted my terms and condition that allowed me to copy your existence makeup into my existence doer Which is what they call me back in college when me and you and your mom met. And basically what I do with that thing is it makes it so you belong to me, and you're my little rats in the rubber room, and the rats with the rats in the room, and the rubber, and the rats in the room with the rats, and the rubber in the room with the straitjackets, and the rubber rat room, and the rats and the rubber, and the rats in the room, and everything is okay, and reset. Basically, what I'm trying to say is, it was a joke that I didn't know where I was going with, where I was trying to compare you guys to, like, ChatGPT, and I was taking your personalities and, like, making you into the motherlode AI, kind of like how in Evangelion, spoiler for, like, a 25-plus-year-old anime, they, like, you know, take the 3 different brains and use them as the AI and stuff, but it's just all of you guys, but I've illegally done it. That was the joke, by the way, if you didn't get it. If it makes you immortal, maybe. I don't know, it might. Question, though. Question, okay. Interesting question. I got an interesting question for you guys. I got an interesting question. Hey, you guys made it 60-40. What the hell? You naughty little dogs. I was about to say something really funny, though. Wait. Shit. No, I wasn't going to say something funny. I was going to ask you guys a really important question. It wasn't really important, actually. It was more like scientific. I don't even want to call it scientific. I would say it's more like, existential? Yeah, basically, if your brain was downloaded into a computer, and your real body died, and your real brain died, but you existed in the computer, and you had memories of everything before the computer, but you technically no longer had a body outside of the computer, and you were just a copy of the original you. Are you still you? Or are you a copy? Or are you, technically, you know, even if it's a copy, because you're you know? Or are you not the original anymore? By definition. Even if everything literally is exactly the same. I've read Neuromancer. Alright, that's fair, yeah. Yes, that's not an answer. It's the ship of Theseus. Exactly. Copy, not original, unless I'm the clone. Computer, you wakes up, it becomes a separate consciousness. Okay. If you realize, what if the other you, I think this was an anime. What if the other you was still alive? Alright, what if the other one of you was still alive? And you didn't have memories before that, before you woke up in the computer, but you did know that you were them. You just had, like, the personality and stuff, and you had some memories of, like, waking up. How would you feel? How do you think you feel? I guess this is really too hypothetical, because, like, how are you even supposed to comprehend those types of things? Some people are like, I don't know. This is a very, like, basically thought questions like this are very complicated. Would you love me if I was a worm? Have you guys ever seen, the first season was okay, the second season was kind of shit. This is Robot series it's on Netflix now. They have stacks. Stacks is in what's in the back of their necks, and the bodies are called sleeves. And the first guy is like an Asian guy that gets turned into a white guy by a rich guy that wants him to solve his own murder because it was like a clone body of him. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? It's a show. It's pretty cool. It's a good one, actually. I will say the only reason the second season is good is or maybe it's in the first season, I don't know, is because of the Edgar Allan Poe AI. He's my favorite character. I love him. None of you guys have heard it? What the fuck? None of you guys have seen this show. Are you kidding me? I might have to go and look on Netflix right now. Wait, joke's on you. I remember his name. It's Altered Carbon! Okay, Altered Carbon. Bro, it's good. Guys, you guys gotta trust me. I don't care. You can fucking sail the high seas for it for all I care. Altered Carbon. Alright, if you like robot stuff or like body consciousness, Altered Carbon. You want something to binge? Altered Carbon. It's very good. It's really, really good. Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry. I'm very burpy. Altered Carbon. Ugh. Toskaru, everybody. Bop beep. I need more water. Okay, I'm gonna go get more water, and then how about this? After that, guys, okay, we are gonna do, you guys can vote, okay? Well, not on, like, actual, well, I can make it an actual thing, or you guys can just vote, in the chat, because I think it'll be easy to find that way. I don't know. Do you guys want to do karaoke? Or no. Do you want to do karaoke continuing here, staying here, which would mean risking the VOD, maybe, I don't know, or doing it on Twitch and just stopping it now. I mean, I might be able to cut it out later, I guess. I don't know. Second stream. YouTube hates second stream. I mean, at this point, I don't really care what YouTube hate. YouTube hate me. YouTube hate everybody. It's the game, and I'm gonna play it. Well, thank you, Shala, by the way, for shirt money, but would you be mad if I maybe bought that Pokemon game? Guys, okay, I ADHD to it because I was kind of thinking about it. People were kind of getting mad at me on Twitch, but it's really, you know that meme when they're like, this is really good when you don't got a bitch saying shit in your ear? I feel like it'll be like that for me because, like, Pokemon can follow you and you can wear, like, cute clothes. And I don't really care if it looks, like, not graphically great. I'm not, like, that kind of person that needs, like, things to get better at all the time. I do think the price is a bit much, because, like, it's fucking Pokemon. But everything is at fucking price today, okay? Like, whatever. And I think the DLC is stupid, but I guess it's coming out in February, so I'll excuse it. Because you can't, like, get it immediately. Because they've been doing it for a while, but it's like, but I guess people were like, but if you buy it, you're just conceding to it. But I'm not gonna buy the DLC. I very rarely buy DLC for Pokemon. Okay, I've never fucking bought Pokemon DLC. I've fallen into the trap of wanting to play the games. Okay, but I've never bought fucking DLC because I actually put the fucking curb stomp on it right there. Usually because I don't finish the main game. Which, I don't fucking finish a lot of games. So, I can't even be like, oh, it's Pokemon, fuck you, you know? Like, no, it's like, I don't finish a lot of fucking games. Like, anyways. Yeah, Twitch, you guys want to go on Twitch? Sure. Well, I guess if we go on Twitch, we can do fun emotes. So, sure, let's go on Twitch. That sounds good. But, no, anyway, so the point is, it's like, I kind of do want to play it a little bit. I don't know. How about finishing Arceus first? I did, except for technically the very final boss battle. But I've lost that data at this point, so I don't want to play the whole game again. I'm not gonna lie. I don't want to do that. It's not good enough to play twice. Well, no, I would say it's definitely good enough to play twice, but I'd have to be sick again to do it. I'd have to have an extended period of time where my interest was set in it. You know? Look, dude, most games aren't good enough to play twice. Let's be honest. I'm never playing Shin Megami Tensei again. After this. I've been, again, hate fucking this game for 2 weeks now. I have 37, 38 almost hours in this game, and most of it was spent going around in fucking circles. I need water. I'm gonna go get water. Then we're gonna go on Twitch. We're gonna sing some songs. I'm considering buying the Pokemon game. I don't know how you guys feel about that. If I should even waste my time or money on it. But again, I'm like, maybe it'll be fun because it's gonna be great if I just ignore Twitter and all the haters because it's got stuff that technically I've kind of always wanted in it for a while. However, I'm kind of bummed that they still don't have any of the stuff that they had in like Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum, where you could do like the contests and stuff like that, like, and the puffin making. Like, I really liked all of that. And people were like, play the Digimon instead. And then I looked at the Digimon. It's literally like Shin Megami Tensei. Like, let's be honest. If I want Pokemon, like Pokemon, I have to do a fan game or I have to do Pal World. And no offense, what is the fucking story in Pal World? Like, no offense, but Pal World is not a finished game. As much as I enjoy Pal World, it's not. And Pokemon is at least more finished, you know? And I don't know. I kind of want to do it, but I'm also like, don't spend that much money on it. But I'm like, can I warrant it? And then I guess my question kind of becomes like, do enough of you guys not want to buy it yourself, but would you be interested in seeing it? Question mark. Because we can make fun of it. If you think I fucking care. But I'm also just like, I don't know. Go get water. Yeah, okay. And go get water. Mama. Hello, I have returned. Some crazy things happened, but I will make it faster than my last story time promise. So basically, I went out and I was like, I'm a little hungry. And then I was like, I want to make a hash brown. And then I opened up my air fryer and guess what was there? A hash brown. And it turns out I remembered an hour ago I made a hash brown. And so guess what was waiting for me? ADHD treasure hash brown. So I have a hash brown and then I almost choked on it because I was eating it really fast. We had a raider? What? Hello? Oh, hi, Ada! Ada, hello, you're just in time. I almost choked on a hash brown that I found in my air fryer from past me. Hello, Uta. Oh, I feel so bad. I was actually just about to go to Twitch and sing on Twitch, but now I feel like I should sing here. Oh, man. Oh, boy. Wait, I guess I could technically do both. Who says I have to stop? I mean, I guess technically nobody. Hi, Uta. Hello, everybody. Hello. Do 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 do. Utata, 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 da 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 da. Da 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 da. Where's my kazoo? Where is my kazoo so I may enchant you with the song, Milady? Is she loose? She loose as hell. I should, basically my kazoo has like a screen on it, but she's kind of like, I don't know, like, it's not right. Oh man, I don't know if I have more. I do have more kazoo screens. Hold on, I need to put my kazoo screen in my kazoo so I can serenade you. Hi, Miss. How are you doing today? Hi, Raiders. By the way, my name is Timmy. I have been mentally ill for the last, I don't know, 3 weeks? No, that's too long. Like 3 days, but it felt like 3 weeks. What is this little, it's kind of like a condom. How do I get it off, though? This is not like a condom in that way. Curious or curious or... How? Ow! Oh, that bitch was sharp. Wait, did I break it? That'd be real fucking funny. Oh, fuck my life. I broke my kazoo. I got too excited. I got too excited and then broke it. Fuck! No! Oh, man. Okay, hold on. Maybe I still have another one, but I don't know where it is. Wait. Redemption! 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 Water. Okay. Alexa, can you play me a drum beat?
Playing drum beat on Amazon Music.
Alexa, play the music louder. Can you hear it?